Big day for anime fans. Big isekai lineup from Anime Japan, obviously. I think the biggest news I think a lot of people are waiting for is Steel Ball Run, obviously. We'll cover that in a different video. Love to see Eminence in Shadow movie finally getting some updates after these years. But now, we gotta watch Mushoku Tensei Season 3. Coming in summer. I believe ReZero will also be airing at the similar time due to the episode count, which is gonna be great for drama content. Turning Point 4. Let's do some quick recap. What's happening in Mushoku Tensei right now? There's not really like a main story quest line like most shows, right? Rudius is just kind of just vibing, experiencing life for the second time in this fantasy world. Father's dead, mother's pretty much crippled. We have 2 wives, and we got kids on the way, right? Oh no, they're already out. We have Norn, that's development's already great. We have, you know, the Aisha sister, the maid sister, that's also peak. But in terms of actual like content for season 3, it's gonna be Eris, right? And Turning Point 4. A lot of people are hyping up Turning Point 4 to be just next level. I think Turning Point 3 was already shocking enough, but it wasn't like the same as like encountering Orsted. Speaking of Orsted, what happened? Eris leaves Rudy, fucks him, leaves, gives him erectile dysfunction, not because she hates him, but because she needs to go on her own journey to become stronger because of the reality check that was Orsted, which is a crazy fucking opponent to be even fighting. Let's see if the new trailers got some new content. Any Moon Rune readers? Any Japanese in here? What does that mean? I am Rudius's what? Watashi wa Rudius is what? I am Rudius's. Snowy region? Short hair Eris? Is this the sword god? Remember, she went on a training arc. I think we also saw a character that was, she said, I'm not worthy of Rudius. That's actually kind of crazy considering the state Rudius was left and how he thought that she just left him because he was a bum. That's kind of crazy. So I'm assuming this is like the sword god related person. And remember, in the academy too, there was another person that was briefly shown, right, at the academy that was also an apprentice that I think might have trained along, right? Epic? That's crazy! Imagine she actually does do it. He's basically asking like, what's your goal, right? Why do you achieve to be stronger? Who's your ops? The dragon god himself. Ooh. Training arc? That's actually crazy how much she obsesses over Orsted like that. I thought it was like a brief thing. And look at the callus in the, oh my god, dude. Look at those. That's a fucking warrior, all right. She really, really wants to get it. I don't think Orsted is even a bad guy though, right? Does anyone actually think Orsted is like a villain? I think he's got his own separate goals. And it just happens that we fucked up in Turning Point 2, right? When we talked about the human god, right? That the human god's apostles or something, that was really bad. He seems like some sort of police, right? He seems like a keeper of time and space, and because of the way that he talked about how Rudy is like, you're not even supposed to be here. Paul's only supposed to have this many kids. Eris has developed this much, right? So it's like he has the gospel from ReZero. It's like he understands what the nature of things should be, but Rudius is an anomaly. Asked about the human god and then maybe misunderstanding. That shit was crazy. Woo! New opening? Okay! Yo, there's a lot of girls at the Sword Academy. Is this only Girls Academy or some shit? There's a lot of rivals? Yeah, this is the world girl at the Magic Academy later on, right? She shows up, right? I like that she thinks about, you know, the moment when the incident happened.
今の私は釣り合わない。もっと強くならなくちゃ。エリスはあれと肩を並べようとしているの。魔術師がルーデウス、剣士が私。
That's a crazy angle. A lot of the dialogue right now constantly talks about how she's not deserving of Rudeus, how she needs to get stronger. There's not enough time. I need to get stronger faster, faster. God damn. Looks like we made a great friend. Rudeus being shown here. It was a crazy design for this girl here too. Who is this? Probably another teacher?
今の私は釣り合わない。もっと強くならなくちゃ。エリスはあれと肩を並べようとしているの。魔術師がルーデウス、剣士が私。ルーデウスはすごいんだから。
Damn, she obsesses over him. Which is gonna be crazy considering how many wives we have.
すごいんだから。
The glaze for Rudeus is crazy. Wow. You can clearly see where the mentality is. And it's so sad how there's a misunderstanding of how he thought he was just like abandoned. That he wasn't worthy. And she just left, right? And the entire training arc, the entire time, it's just her thinking about, I need to catch up. I need to be better. There's not enough time. I must surpass Orsted for Rudeus' sake, which is crazy. During the training arc, it does seem like the blue-haired girl kind of sees eyes to eye, right? Maybe in the beginning, she finds her as someone like a rival, someone that threatens her position, but realizes that she's a real one and they're like training to become friends. It's cool to see. The scene here with the hand-holding too. Some very intimate scenes, I think, that was obviously not shown in season 1. That will be shown in season 3, right? Because a lot of the moments, we only see some Rudy's POV. What was she thinking at that time, right? Other than saying, give me, you know, babies, Nya. And the craziest thing is, what is she gonna think when she comes back and, you know, we have Sophie and we have Roxy and we got a kid and will she just join in? I mean, considering how obsessed she is about Rudeus right now, absolutely, I think he's gonna join in. There's no way. We're not, you know, doing Santoryu here. We're going 3rd season right now. It's the 3rd wife coming in. The trailer looks beautiful. I love the focus onto Orsted. The sword style academy, you know, training arc with a lot of different rivals, new characters building up. Now, I wonder if they're ever going to actually expand upon the plot of what's going on in the Asura. No, what was it? There was a princess, remember, that Sylphie was a guard for. And that princess is actively, you know, trying to make networking because there's a lot of bullshit happening, right? And there's like a political strife going on. And I thought that maybe that was a big main story quest line that Rudy would get eventually on. But right now, we're just kind of chilling, right? Just trying to handle the aftermath of Turning Point 3 and just settling down as a family. And I guess a lot of the beginning stuff for season 3 is going to be Eris POV. But it's not going to be just limited to that. I think there's going to be obviously more in her to come back. There was even a scene in like the other trailer, right? Where we see like Perugius. That was so hyped. The masked dude, right? And Orsted took damage. Like, remember that? His clothing in his body, like, it took damage. Who do you think did it? You think Rudeus? You think Eris did it? Imagine Turning Point 4 is like some shit with Orsted again, and Perugius, and all these different factions. And Eris pulls up and actually inflicts damage onto Orsted. I think it has to be. Because if it's not, Eris becomes labeled as a fraud. I wouldn't blame her because that's such a crazy fucking title to reach at. But considering the obsession and training arc, I would hope that she would actually be able to reach, you know, Orsted. Anyways, that's it from me. Please look forward to the reactions and check out the playlist for Mushoku Tensei content. Bye bye.